Namaste, myself Name-Shivi Saxena, Faculty of Physiotherapy and Diagnostics, Discipline Medical Laboratory Technology, and my topic is TSIA, useful for BSc MLT second SEM students. TCA, triple sugar iron agar. Principle of TSIA test. The triple sugar iron agar test is meant to differentiate among the various groups of genera of the Enterobacteriaceae, which are all gram-negative bacilli capable of fermenting glucose with the assembly of acid, and to differentiate them from other gram-negative intestinal bacilli. The differentiation is predicated on fermentation of glucose and lactose, or sucrose and sulfide production. TSIA medium contains 10 parts of lactose, 10 parts of sucrose, 1 part of glucose and peptone. Phenol red and ferrous sulfate function indicators of acidification and H2S formation, respectively. The acid-base indicator phenol red, incorporated for detecting carbohydrate fermentation, is indicated by the change in color of the carbohydrate medium from scarlet to yellow within the presence of acids. Just in case of oxidative decarboxylation of peptone, alkaline products are bullet and therefore the pH rise. This is often indicated by the change in color of the medium from scarlet to crimson. Hypo and ferrous ammonium sulfate present within the medium detects the assembly of sulfide and is indicated by the black color or the bullet of the tube. Glucose is employed first by a fermentative organism and therefore the entire medium becomes acidic in 8 to 12 hours, but remain acidic even after 18 to 24 hours time period due to the presence of organic acids resulting from the fermentation of glucose under anaerobic conditions within the bud of the tube. The slant, however, reverts to the alkaline state due to oxidation of the fermentation products under aerobic condition on the slant. This alternation may be a result of the formation of CO2 and H2O and therefore the oxidation of peptones within the medium to alkaline amines. When additionally to glucose, lactose and sucrose are fermented, the massive amount of fermentation products formed on the slant neutralized and alkaline amines and renders the slant acidic, provided the reaction is read in 18 to 24 hours. If the slant and bud become alkaline, glucose has not been fermented. Organisms showing this reaction are defined as non-fermenter and derive their nutrient from the peptones present within the medium. The formation of CO2 and hydrogen gas is indicated by the presence of bubbles or cracks within the agar or by separation of the agar from the edges or bottom of the tube. The assembly of H2S requires an acidic environment, and reaction with the ferric ammonium citrate produce a blackening of the agar middle the tube. Try sugar iron agar ingredients Penicitratic digest of casein 15.0 gram, lactose 10.0 gram, sucrose 10.0 gram, sodium chloride 5 gram, peptic digest of animal tissue 5 gram, yeast extract 3 gram, beef extract 3 gram, dextrose 1 gram, ferric ammonium citrate 0.5 gram, sodium thiosulfate 0.3 gram, phenol red 0.024 gram, agar 12 gram. Procedure of TSIA test. With a straight inoculating needle, touch the highest of a well isolated colony. Inoculate TSIA agar by first stabbing through the middle of the medium to rock bottom of the tube, then sticking the surface of the agar slant. Leave the cap on loosely and incubate the tube at 35 to 37 degrees Celsius in ambient air for 18 to 24 hours. Following incubation, examine for color change in slant and wood blackening and cracks within the medium. Result interpretation of TSIA test. Result slant sign but symbol interpretation red yellow color तो glucose fermentation only peptone catabolist and yellow color so glucose and lactose or sucrose fermentation. Red and red no fermentation peptone catabolist under aerobic and anaerobic condition. Yellow and yellow so with bubbles glucose and lactose or sucrose fermentation with gas produced. Red and yellow with bubbles, this means glucose fermentation only gas produced and red and yellow with bubbles and black precipitate, this means H2S glucose fermentation only and with gas produced and H2S produced. Yellow and yellow with bubbles and black precipitate, H2S glucose and lactose and sucrose fermentation or with gas produced and H2S produced. Red and yellow with black precipitate, that means glucose fermentation only and H2S produced. Yellow and yellow with black precipitate, that means glucose and lactose or sucrose fermentation and H2S produced. This results colored red slant, red but no gas and no H2S. Third tube red slant, yellow but no gas, no H2S. In fourth tube yellow slant, yellow birds plus gas produced but no H2S. In fifth tube yellow slant, yellow bird plus gas produced plus H2S. And last, red slant, yellow bird plus gas produced and plus H2S produced. Limitation TSIA test. It is important to step the birth of the medium. Failure to step the birth invalidated dates this test. Agar must be maintained when stepping. Cab must be loosed during this test or erroneous results will occur. Reaction in TSI should not be read behind 24 hours of incubation because aerobic oxidation of the fermentation products from lactose and sucrose proceeds, and therefore the slant eventually revert to the alkaline state. An organism that produce sulfide may mask acid production within the bud of the medium. However, sulfide production requires an acid environment. Thus, the bud portion should be considered acid. TSI is not as sensitive in detecting sulfide as compared to other iron containing mediums like sulfide indoor motility medium. Thus, organisms that have weak sulfide production may show only trace sulfate activity or none in the list. Certain species or strain may give delayed reaction or completely fail to ferment carbohydrates within the state manners. However, if the organism fails to ferment glucose within 48 hours, it presumably is not within the Enterobacteriaceae family. A pure culture is important when inoculating triple sugar iron agar. If inoculated with a mixed culture, irregular observation may occur, and further biochemical tests and serological typing must be performed for definite identification and confirmation of organism. Thank you.